Welcome to the Chamber Spotlight, a local talk show podcast brought to you by the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce in association with the local scene. We'll be recording on a regular basis, and we cover many topics that span local businesses, local elections, local town governance, and a Citizens Academy. I'm your host, Fraser Townley, and today is June the 22nd, and I'm sitting down with two very special guests, Keiko Orrall from See Plymouth, and Scott Chaharyn. I get it wrong every time. Scott Chaharyn.
You got it.
There you go. Apologies, Scott. Keiko, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
The town knows Scott. Well, I'll come back to you to have a refresher on your bio. But what's your bio? What's your background?
Well, Fraser, I am a Plymouth County resident. I live in Lakeville. And my current position as the president and CEO of See Plymouth. And See Plymouth, S-E-E, Plymouth, is tasked with promoting Plymouth and Plymouth County to the world. So we're inviting tourists from all over to visit our county and all the amazing places to see. So.
Terrific. So that includes us, Scott.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
We're getting promoted. Okay, what led you to this? Where were you before this? Because I've seen some of your background. You've got quite a past.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Cincinnati.
Past, yeah.
I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I ended up in Massachusetts because I went to college in Western Massachusetts at Smith College.
Okay.
I met my husband. He went to UMass Amherst, and we have. He is actually a 5-generation Plymouth County resident in Lakeville.
Okay.
And
hence you moved to Lakeville.
We moved to Lakeville. we did spend some time in Cincinnati, but we've been in Lakeville for about 27 years, 28 years.
Okay. So you know the area.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
Very good.
And prior to my position at See Plymouth, I was the executive director for the statewide agency, which was the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism.
Right.
So, and prior to that,
yes, please. I want to know the full story.
I was a state representative, so I served 4 terms as a state representative for Lakeville, Middleborough, Berkeley, and Taunton. So,
that's quite a spread, isn't it?
It is. It's about 40,000 people, and there are 160 representatives in the House of Representatives. I was the first Asian American woman to be elected, and so that was interesting in 2011, and I served for 7 years. So
very good. Well, that's quite a bio, if you don't mind me saying. But it's so when you consider, so you've been a state representative, you've worked on the board, the Massachusetts Board of Tourism. Have I got that right?
It's an agency, yeah.
An agency.
Yep.
Are they different disciplines?
They are. So the legislature is making the laws for the Commonwealth.
Right.
And the agency is part of the government that particular agency is tasked with promoting Massachusetts to the world. So to the entire state. So it's like, I love New York. It's I love Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So we're inviting everyone to come and spend their dollars here.
Very good.
And we see it as an industry. We see it as something that is important to our small businesses, to our restaurants, our tourism attractions. We need people from other places to come into our county.
What's your preference?
Well, when I was at the state, people would always say, what's your favorite part of the state? And you can't say. You have to say, well, I love the whole state is amazing.
Yeah.
And it truly is.
Yeah.
But there's a reason I choose to live in Plymouth County. And we have, so I totally am happy with saying Plymouth County is the best. We have a lot going on here. History is just the beginning. People think of Plymouth and they think of the amazing things that have gone on in history. And in Pembroke, really.
Yeah.
Amazing ancient trails. I'm looking at this wonderful book that was published for the 300th anniversary of Pembroke.
Yeah, for those listening, Scott and I presented Keiko with the 300-year book that we found in the library. But yeah, it's a fascinating read. Keep it in the dust cover, though, because that's going to be worth something one day.
There you go.
It's an heirloom. So I've gone and taken us off track.
Yeah.
Scott, why don't let's hear your voice.
Okay.
What's your bio? Any updates since the last bio you gave us?
No, I think it's pretty much the same. I'm president of the Historical Society. I was chair of the Historic District Commission. I was on the Master Plan Committee, on the Bylaw Review Committee with Hugh Fraser, and I was also on the Master Plan Committee.
Right.
So all different committees in the town of Pembroke.
So it's interesting. Once you get involved, you tend to get involved with a lot more than just your one discipline.
It started by answering a trivia question on the the Historical Society Facebook page.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, do you want to become a member? And then this board, then this board. And it's great. It's absolutely great because I'm actually on the CPC committee too, so which actually helps funding some of the different projects in town, historical buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so Scott is very much involved in that side of Pembroke's governance. It's really governance.
I try to stay in like the history bubble, historical buildings, trying to preserve them.
Yeah, but there's a governance involved.
Yeah,
in that.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to know the people and how to, interact with everybody.
And it's about public service, and all of our communities, they run on volunteers, and so it's amazing that you're willing to participate in so many different committees.
Yeah, I mean, everybody doesn't have to volunteer, but everybody that volunteers should be recognized because they're volunteering their time. Nobody's really getting paid, so I think it's.
When you say really, nobody's getting paid.
I mean, the select board does get a little bit of a stipend, but I mean, nobody's really getting paid. It's just...
Yeah. Let's bring it back to you, Keiko. I can feel this going in the wrong direction.
Sorry.
So, I'm actually not sure if you answered the question. I asked you, what do you prefer, the governance or the promoting? You've got two different. You prefer
promoting.
that? Yeah,
I do.
Because you're actually. Well, no, I'm not going to make it. I was going to make an assumption there, which was completely and entirely wrong, and gets me into trouble all the time. So I'm not going to make any assumptions. Okay, so what is it you want the Pembroke? Well, you want the town. You want more than just Pembroke to listen to hear. What is it you want to say about?
Absolutely. We want
See Pembroke.
We want to promote
new company.
We want to promote the restaurants, the amazing restaurants in Pembroke. We want the places to stay, the things to do. We are looking to our chamber partners to share that information with us. We have a wonderful website, seeplymouth.com, where if you haven't downloaded the app, you can download the app and you can find things to do. And it's not just Plymouth, it's Plymouth County. So it's an up-to-date calendar. I do a radio show on WATD regularly each week, and well, not really show, but it's a spot. And
this is a show.
Yeah, this is a show. This is a show. So no, it's about promoting what's happening in our area and just helping people have a good time.
Yeah. So what is our best restaurant?
Oh, I can't say. What the best restaurant is.
Are you saying Plymouth County or in Pembroke, the best restaurant?
She's not going to answer. She's already played her cards.
What was your question, though? Was it Plymouth County or was it...
Exactly. That's hard to say.
I believe I said the best in Pembroke.
I like the outdoor environment of being able to go up into a tree. That's all I want to...
Okay.
Yeah, the tree house is kind of an interesting concept.
So here's
concept.
Here's a way to answer that question. Well, it depends what I want to eat that night.
There you go.
Best Chinese? We don't have a Japanese, actually. Where's our nearest Japanese? Ooh, it's probably the Fukuyama in Norwell. Is that right?
I am not sure.
There's a couple of places where they try to do sushi.
Okay.
But look at my hands.
I make my own. Yep.
They try. Oh, you do you?
Maki sushi.
Come on, what's the secret?
You have to have an auntie that will teach you.
Very good. No, there's. I've actually been to Japan. You must have been to Japan.
I have.
I've been there. I used to go on business there all the time. And I'll tell you the funniest, not the funniest, but the oddest thing that happened to me. I was there. So in the 80s and the 90s, and people don't appreciate how much the world has changed. In the 80s and the 90s, we couldn't fly over China and we couldn't fly. This is from Europe. We couldn't fly over China. We couldn't fly over Russia. So we had to fly around. And there were no planes that were had the range to fly around. So you ended up flying to Anchorage, parking there for a day, and then flying to Singapore, or you were bouncing, or you flew to Dubai, then Singapore, and then up to anyhow. So it's such a long journey.
It is a long journey.
Isn't there direct flights now?
Of course,
There
yeah.
are, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how technology changes. And
Well, it's not just technology, it's the geopolitical as well. You couldn't fly over Russia. You couldn't fly, which you probably can't at the moment, but you couldn't fly over China. You couldn't fly over Russia. This is before the wall came down. And so we would go for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. The first time I went for 3 weeks was the first time I went, actually. So I'm there and I'm dealing with, everyone wants to take you out. Everyone wants to treat you like, I wasn't who I was being treated like. But the chairman of Sony, the chairman of Mitsubishi, they were all looking after you very, very well. And they all have their favorite restaurants and their favorite golf clubs. And so I was eating very, very, very well. I came home. First thing I did is I grabbed myself a McDonald's. And I smelled it. And I was, wait, this is rotten. So I took it back and I complained. I said, look, I'm sorry. And of course it's McDonald's. They just threw it in the bin and gave me a new one. That was rotten as well. So it was the third one that I realized it wasn't rotten.
quality of food.
I had become acclimated to fresh, and I had gone away from aged. Let's call it that. Let's call it aged. It smelt rotten, but I mean, in Japan.
No slight to McDonald's. But,
No.
But it's a different type of cuisine.
It's more than that. I mean, in Japan, the cuisine is so fresh.
Super fresh.
Sometimes it's a little too alive. But all phenomenal. And that's why I say you can't get sushi around here. Real sushi.
There you go.
First of all, it's definitely dead here. But no, it's... Anyway, so we're back onto the restaurants. So you just pick what you want to eat. I want spaghetti today. I want Italian. Okay, that's my favorite restaurant. Just helping you two with your answers.
Well, yeah. I mean, also, what kind of ambiance is there? I mean, some places have different niches for different...
Sports bar.
Yeah, that type of stuff. I mean,
Right.
Quiz night.
and it goes back to what you were saying. What are you in the mood for that that evening?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you just don't show up because you want to get out of the house.
No.
You got to choose your... Okay, so actually, moving on then, what is there other than restaurants that we can promote? So
Historical Society. Historical
Society.
Are you
Absolutely.
open
Living
24/7?
history.
We are not, but I mean, you had an open question. I mean, the Historical Society actually has 4 properties.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the museum building. They've got the Ada Hall House, which has a tenant upstairs. It's a beautiful venue, which I'm actually getting married at in July.
Congratulations.
Yeah, July 3rd.
Well done.
So that'll be a great. Then there's the Friends Quaker Meeting House, which is the second oldest meeting house in the country.
Yeah.
And then there's a little section of land on Fairview Drive, which was at the first well in the that was discovered. It's been filled in since, but when the developer went in there, they donated the property to the Historical Society, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
And a couple of years ago, the Eagle Scouts cleaned up the property, so it looks pretty good.
Nice.
Nice. What's happening in Pembroke for the 250th?
I know we had the Pembroke resolves, but I don't think there's too much planned at this point, which is kind of sad. But I mean,
Okay, well.
We can't afford the fireworks.
yeah, I mean you get the fireworks in the fall, but
Yeah.
I mean nothing is not that I know of that's actually planned for the 250th itself.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, all of your listeners are welcome to check out what's happening around Plymouth County at seeplymouth.com under the Mass 250 page. We have the events that are listed, and the town of Plymouth is really they're going all out. They have a second barge for fireworks, and they have a big community event on Saturday with the reading of the Declaration of Independence, and I think the reading of the Mayflower Compact. And so if people are looking for things to do, you know, to celebrate America 250, there are definitely things around Plymouth County.
And
that are
you're
happening.
promoting the things that are happening in Pembroke on that website
Yes.
as well.
Yes. We need to know about them.
Yeah.
So
Well, of
the
course,
chamber will
yeah.
need to reach out, and we do try to.
So
keep that-
if somebody wanted to promote something on the See Plymouth, they would reach out to the chamber, and the chamber would reach out, or could they reach out directly?
they could reach directly out to See Plymouth. We are a member organization, so we're always looking for members to join, and we're also just happy to promote different nonprofits that are.
So it sounds like if we're not already members, the chamber should be a member.
Absolutely.
And then we can feed and funnel.
Absolutely.
Same thing with the Historical Society. Should be a member of the chamber.
There you go.
You should.
See,
Absolutely.
It goes around.
I'll send you an application.
And so with that, with See Plymouth, we have the opportunity we have a digital presence. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We work with an ad agency. We're constantly promoting. We're currently doing commercials on WCVB, Channel 5. We have an Expedia campaign. We're working with Yankee. We're going to be working with TripAdvisor. So it's that type of thing, that exposure that you're not really going to get unless you're part of a bigger group.
Sure.
And so that's what people see as they're joining our group.
Sure.
So the more the merrier.
Yeah, no.
Everyone in Pembroke in the tourism committee or tourism space
Yeah.
is welcome to join.
I was going to, before I forget, I was going to share a new fun fact about history.
Sure.
Perfect.
I discovered not Hanson.
Hanson's great. Yeah.
No, it's not Hanson.
Hanover?
Franklin.
Franklin.
Is Franklin part of?
No.
Oh, okay. So
We like Franklin.
the new manager of the Rockland Trust branch
Okay.
in Pembroke
Okay.
lives in Franklin. And he was telling me that the very first public library is in Franklin. And it was started with Benjamin Franklin's collection of books.
Wow.
When they pulled away from Wrentham, I think it was, and when they pulled away from Wrentham, they asked Benjamin Franklin for a donation to buy a bell. And he said, I'm not giving you money. Here's my books. And they used the books, and you can go and see them today in the Franklin Library. A little bit of history, but obviously outside of our... So is your area the OPC area?
Yes.
The old colony?
Yes.
Okay. You follow those boundaries?
Mary Waldron is on one of our boards, and she's...
Got it.
Yeah,
She's
dynamite,
fantastic.
yes.
Yeah. Actually, dynamite's a really good expression for her.
There you go.
Yeah. Have you met her?
I have not.
Yeah. She's been on the show twice now. And always smiling, always got an answer, always prepared to help. She's fantastic. She's really good. And
they have the whole county as well.
Yeah, but so what's the difference between the county and OCPC? Because there's 17 towns. OCPC is 17 towns.
Oh, maybe it's not the whole county because
So it's Old Colony planning, right?
Yeah.
So Old Colony, I think, goes a little bit beyond Plymouth County, if I remember correctly.
Is it? It's 17
it's different
towns.
because I know that Serped is their counterpart down in our area, which is Middleborough Lakeville. Middleborough Lakeville, it's also Plymouth County, but we're not part of Mary's
OCPC.
group,
Yeah.
so we're part of Serped. So it's broken up differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to.
But regardless, Mary's dynamite.
Oh, she is. She is. She absolutely is. I wanted to ask another question about. So that's where we are today. What about the future for Plymouth See Plymouth? What are the plans?
We have great opportunities ahead. We have some expansion that we're working on for our Waterfront Visitor Center, and so that's a construction project. It's going to be taking place in the winter, and it's enhancing the visitor experience, and so we're working on that. We have
For Plymouth visitors.
For Plymouth visitors, and I
Right.
think that if you have family and friends that are coming in to Pembroke, it's not far for people to
of
come.
course.
And then I think that as we as a county get stronger, it's better for we're all working in the same direction. So
Yeah.
so we're working with our hotels, we're working with our restaurants, and we're hoping for a very strong tourism season. It was a little off in 2025, a little down, and we're hoping that, I think that because of the current political situation and the prices of things, people are going to be staying closer to home, and there's opportunity there to call people and help them explore in our areas.
Do you have a reason why it was down in 2025?
Well, I wasn't there, so
that's
it started in March.
Now, wasn't the whole waterfront torn up last year with some type of water leak or something?
There's ongoing construction.
Yeah, I'm just
you
wondering.
think that would?
I don't know. Maybe it played into the traffic a little bit, but I'm just shooting from the hip.
Let me tell you, since COVID, tourism in other hotspots around the world, particularly in Europe, has become so ridiculous. It's overrun. You can't. I haven't been, but you can't go to Paris, for instance, or Venice or anywhere like that and not be completely crowded. And it kind of spoils the experience. In fact, local people are trying to dissuade people from visiting because it's just killing the experience.
That's not the case in Plymouth County.
No, I've heard that.
There's room to move, there's room to explore, and there's plenty of land to...
Yeah,
plenty of
trails to hike.
Plenty of trails to hike. Absolutely.
Outdoor, you've got the canal where you can ride bikes. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
That's not Plymouth, though. That's the canal.
Well, it's close enough.
It's close, and we do work with the Cape Cod Canal Chamber, so absolutely.
Yeah. No, the Cape is a gem. I mean, it's a jewel for this area. Yeah. It really is. I mean, more so, in my opinion, than the islands. I mean, the islands are a little bit elitist. You got to have the cash and the means to get there, but the Cape itself is just fantastic. My son lives in Hyannis, and it's a wonderful place.
It's lovely
to visit. It really is. Gets a bit of a pain going over the bridge on a Friday afternoon, but
I mean, I even like biking the Miles Standish forest. You've got the bike trails in there. I mean, that's a beautiful area too.
Yeah.
Lots to explore.
Yeah.
Is that part of your district, the Miles Standish?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
You've got a lot to cover.
So we're all about the promotion and getting more people to come. And I have seen the support from the community that they're welcoming. They're wanting people to come and visit, and it's not over tourism at this point.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have people come. Back to the restaurant scene.
Oh, here we go.
I was with the Plymouth Chamber yesterday at the Himalayan.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's a restaurant. It's a Nepalese restaurant in downtown Plymouth. Fabulous. Can't say enough. Really, you should try it. There's Korean, there's Mexican. We had Mexican today. I mean, there's Italian, all kinds of things for foodies. And I think that's where...
I have found that with Plymouth, actually. Yeah, it's quite a nice... And it's easy walking to...
It's easy.
Weren't they shooting a movie down there the last few days, too?
They were.
Apparently, it's the sequel to The Summer I Was Pretty or The Summer I Was Beautiful.
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh, well, thank you.
The Summer I Turned Pretty, exactly.
Yeah,
it was
but apparently
crazy.
That was a TV series, but they're making the movie of it as the sequel, something like that.
It was very, very busy.
So you
with teen girls? No.
I know you're not, but you must have been informed.
Oh yes.
So you were aware of what was going on, so you could.
Yeah, they were right there in our building. We're located at 4 North Street in the Park Plymouth building, and so they were. That's where they were kind of stationed. So. We were part of the action.
So that's pretty cool. That's cool stuff.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that.
We didn't see anything, but, just the crowds of teen girls who were following them as they were shooting down Main Street. And it was fun.
There was a lot of that going on at the end of 2008, 2007, 2008. There was a boom going on. I think it was Mitt Romney had given...
Was it some type of tax credit or something?
There was. He gave a 25% tax credit. So you got 25% off your Massachusetts tax for filming here. But Hollywood just moved in. They didn't actually employ anyone from around here. They shipped all the expertise and the actors and the talent and everything. They shipped it all from Hollywood. And it was just...
Or New York.
Or New York, yeah. But it was just the extras that got... I actually had some fun. I got a few gigs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got your SAG card?
I do have my SAG card, actually.
Nice.
And I got it because it was just one of those blind moments where somebody said, can you give me an English accent? I went, what are you talking about? It is English. Okay. And this director went, you can be my Roger. Okay. So I did that, got my card. And then after that, it was like any extra who can speak English that has their SAG card. I was getting, I mean, they're not roles. They were like little tiny bit parts where I went, oh, and that was it. So anyway, but it was good fun. But that was during a period when Mitt Romney's tax break was cutting in, and they were trying to build a studio in Plymouth called Plymouth East, or I can't remember, but it was Plymouth Studios.
I remember that, yeah. And it didn't materialize.
And it dawned on me, wait, Plymouth, Hollywood, that's plywood. So I registered plywoodfilms.com.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
Nothing came of it. But
so funny.
Yeah. No, it was fun. But yeah, it seemed, has the tax credit remained?
I don't know.
The tax credit has remained. There was
Okay,
a
that's
fight
why people
over
keep
it.
coming back then.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Because I know they've been filming other stuff, but it's never really in our area.
No,
it tends to be more.
I saw one in Middleborough last year.
Yeah.
It was a farm that was rented out, and I happened to know the person that owned the farm, and it was rather interesting to see the trailer get set up and all the cars from the era come out. It's pretty interesting when you really sit back and watch what goes into making 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, it's a minute a day. Apparently.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's technically a minute a day. Depends how many different angles they're trying to do and what setups they require. But there was warehousing in Chelsea that was rented by Sony, Columbia TriStar, and they would build all of their sets. Their sound stages were all in, but they were disused warehouses.
I used to go jogging down at the Weymouth Naval Air Station, and they had the marathon bombing, the whole set up at the finish line. It was a complete set with buildings and everything else. And it was just amazing, what, you would have thought it would have been, like a CGI or something, but no, it was there. So it's kind of sad. My fiance was there at the time, so it was kind of a little bit emotional, but
wow.
Oh, PTSD.
A little bit, yeah. So
wow, okay.
So the set was that good.
Well, no, I mean, sets are. I'm not going to say they're easy to build, but they're quick to build.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's all facade.
Yep.
You look behind the curtain, and actually, I'll tell you a funny story. There was one time we were in the Copley Plaza ballroom, and it was meant to be a day shoot. It was meant to be daytime, but it was a night shoot, and so there was this fake sun shining. So when you were in the ballroom, it felt like it was during the daytime. But it was like 3 a.m. And I was in a scene with Anne Hathaway. She was meant to be handing me a check.
I'm going to have to go look for this.
I know.
Wait, she was handing me a check, and I was taking it from her. And the camera, they wanted a close-up of the check being handed over. So at this one point, she and I had to stand holding the check while the camera crew changed. She was so upset. She was shouting at the director, I will never work for you again. And I told you I didn't want to do night shoots, and here I am, 3 a.m, 4 a.m, or whatever the hour was. Anyhow, I made the biggest career mistake. Not that I had a career. I didn't have a career. But it was one of those things. It's like your first scene with an A-list star. You might get a line. Instead, I screwed up entirely. I said, it's all right, sweetheart. I can hold the check.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
You don't talk to the talent. You don't look at the talent. And so that was the next thing she had to grumble about, that I dared to. Anyhow, it turns out the reason why the camera crew were taking so long was because the sun had actually come up and was making the fake sun. It was interfering. It was just nonsense, absolute nonsense. But it was good to be on set, and I get to tell the story. Anyhow,
That's great.
I believe we're pretty close to time. It's a 30-minute podcast, and we're at minute 35. Was there anything, Keiko, you wanted to share with the residents or anyone else who's listening?
Check out seeplymouth.com
Mm-hmm.
and check out the events, check out our calendar, and download the app. And we're full of amazing things to find in Plymouth
And the app
County.
is available on the App Store and the Google Play or whatever
See
it's called.
Plymouth, SEE.
Yes.
It's a little tricky because,
do you feel
think
people say
SEA.
SEA? It's the same here. People think it's local scene,
Local scene, yeah.
SCENE, but it's not.
No.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
As you get bigger,
That's right.
people will know.
That's right.
Scott, anything you want to say?
Just check out the Historical Society. Check out the historical buildings in town. Check out the restaurants. Promote Pembroke.
Yeah.
Come out and see everything.
Yeah, and we're getting better.
And we're actually,
Scott.
and we are. And we've got some new trails going in, the Loggy property. So, there's hiking trails for people. And I think there's a few other trails, too. There's a lot of...
I think the Willowbrook has that's just been improved. They've finished doing...
Wildlands Trust did some work in there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. It's a great walk. And also there's a nature preserve that's associated with Rockland Park.
Rockland
No,
Park.
what is it?
Rocktronics.
Rocktronics,
that's private, but you have to call him on the phone and you get his permission. But that's a beautiful one that goes around a pond too.
Yeah, it's an amazing walk, that one.
So.
And now we've started cutting ground for the Matakesett Village, which will be 62 apartments and a tavern.
Nice.
So that'll become the new favorite for the town.
There you go.
Big Y open officially. They opened last weekend, so that's a big one for us as well.
Hopefully the town sells off the old fire station for something commercial over there too at some point.
I'm pretty certain they will.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to stand around doing nothing.
No.
And they're not going to donate it to you, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Maybe the Hatch building?
Talk to the school. It's the schools.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank my guests, Keiko, Orrall, and Scott. I'm stopping there.
Chaharyn.
Scott Chaharyn, Keiko, Orrall. But I want to thank the listeners for participating and tuning in. This podcast will be available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube with additional links on our Facebook page. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce. And if you're interested in becoming a member of the Chamber, please go to the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce website, pembrokechamber.org. Keiko, Scott, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.